Andrew Tate's arrest caused a huge buzz on social media. Tate no long ago reverted to Islam. He quickly became a more controversial figure. Some people were ecstatic that he was arrested. Others, who looked up to him as a role model or a fellow Muslim, were equally devastated. In this video, we will try to uncover some of the facts that led to Tate's arrest and how the Muslim world has reacted to this recent development. Even though Tate has massively polarized social media, we will try to give a balanced argument and give equal weight and space to both sides. Andrew Tate was arrested in Bucharest on 29 December 2022. The Romanian police had been after Tate and his brother since April last year. The events that led up to Tate's arrest were quite extraordinary and downright funny, where he had an online spat with a climate activist, Greta Thunberg, and the pizza boxes in Tate's last video gave a clue to the authorities that he was in Romania, and this eventually led to his arrest. However, this claim has been denied by the Romanian authorities. It wasn't the unrecycled pizza boxes. Daniel Haqiqaju, an Islamic activist, has offered 3 reasons why he thinks that Tate is innocent of the recent accusations. Firstly, he states that everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This is not just a part of Islam, but also a part of the secular justice system. Until the charges against him are proved in court, he encourages us to think the best about him, as taught by our religion. Secondly, he says that the powerful people are at the top, which Tate himself calls the Matrix, has been trying to silence him for a very long time. They banned his social media accounts and his payment processes because he was influencing massive amounts of youth. And in order to silence him even further, they have had him arrested. Now, whether this claim is true or whether Tate actually did get banned because of his hate speech or because people want him to not express his views is something that we would leave on you to decide for yourself. Haqiqaju further adds that the fact that the victims have come out just now and not in the past when the incidents allegedly happened shows that there is a bit of conspiracy going on. What made these people jump on Tate now? If Tate was guilty of all these crimes, why were his victims silent? Are they coming out now because they're being forced to come out? A British Muslim YouTube channel, Nasiha Sessions, also takes a soft stance towards this Tate's accusations. They say that in such an instance, when we are standing at crossroads and trying to form an opinion about what has happened, we should go back to the Quran to get some guidance. He quotes a verse from the Quran, which states that if a sinner comes to you with some news, you should check the facts before you blindly believe it. The sinner in this context is a Muslim sinner. So imagine if the news comes from the kuffar, which is the case in Tate's situation. We should be extra wary and cautious before embracing it. A very good point that this channel brings to light is that even though we might not agree with whatever Tate's done in the past and what he's said presently, we shouldn't label a Muslim brother as a criminal just because of some news that starts circulating. We should verify what is being said and refrain from branding someone in a negative way. The brother points out that Tate has gone against the liberals and that has resulted in a huge backlash. His views have disturbed certain powerful institutions who have then caved in on him as he was in Romania, a country with a lot of corruption in it. He raises a question about the legitimacy of this arrest and stresses the fact that the Romanian authorities might be acting under someone's influence. Another very logical point brought forth by this Muslim brother is that how can a country not know who has entered its borders or not? The immigration always knows who's coming in or not. So the Romanians knew that Tate was in the country long before, but were just waiting for the right moment to go after him. It wasn't the pizza boxes that gave his location away. It was the constant message that Tate was putting out, which was disturbing a lot of people, who eventually seized the opportunity to arrest him in a country that has a questionable legal system. He further adds that it's true that Tate has angered a lot of people, and these people have started hating him. But we should be mindful of our Prophet's hadith, which states that we shouldn't let our hatred for someone be a reason for them to be treated unfairly. He believes that Tate should be given a fair chance to prove his innocence, and the burden of the proof lies on the people who have accused him. Until then, we should think the best of him. On the flip side, there are tons of people who were joyous upon hearing the news of Tate's arrest. Many of these people believe that the views that Tate has expressed are misogynistic and disrespectful to women and are not a true representation of Islam. No doubt that Islam is a religion of peace and was the first religion to lift women out of injustice and discrimination. It gives immense value to women in the role of a mother, wife, and a daughter, and Tate's views are not true to Islam. So how can Tate's view be according to Islam? Yusra Iman, the author of Hijab and Red Lipstick, has stated that she suspects that Tate converted to Islam because he believed in the Islamophobic and Orientalist interpretation of Islam as being a religion that permits violence towards Muslims. By entering into the folds of Islam, Tate has just tried to give legitimacy to his misogynistic views. Wajahat Ali, the author of Go Back to Where You Came From, has stressed that men have historically used and abused religious texts to dominate and subordinate women in the past, and he believes Tate to be no different. Maryam Amir, the founder of Qariya, an app that centers the voices of female Quran reciters, has pointed out that the identity that Tate has built for himself is contradictory to our Prophet's tradition, which empowers and uplifts women. Bilal Ware has said that Tate is an example of an emasculated, intimidated man who likes to play tough by bullying and disrespecting women. A lot of these people have shown a hint of happiness at Tate's being locked away because they feel that our religion is already misunderstood and heavily and negatively scrutinized for its patriarchal roots, and they don't need a person like Tate to add fuel to the fire. Whether you chose to be happy or disappointed about Tate's arrest is your choice to make. We would love to know your views, so let's continue the conversation in the comments. Remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on all the trending topics of the Muslim world.